What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Duke of Disputation back on your timeline. That's right, I'm back making content. I got a lot in store for everybody. Mr. Beast bars, Logan Prime Paul, or yeah, whatever the energy drink nonsense. Good movies to check out as well. So that's coming up in future episodes. The main hunk of this video is going to be about Creator Clash 2. And then I'm going to break off and talk about the drama that Froggy Fresh created for himself. And first of all, I'm going to need some energy to do this. And what better way to energize myself than with this brand new limited edition energy drink I found at my local GNC from somebody who, well, honestly, he's not really everybody's cup of tea, and I understand that. And he's basically well, I would say he's usually pretty monotone, and then he'll have random bursts of energetic, sporadic, energetic. Well, let's go, woo! Anyway, you know who he is. If you don't, look him up. Charlie Moistcriticsl. That was only just a reference to the I know Ethan Klein's not everybody's cup of tea. This is the Gfuel. It's called Divine Peach. Looking like an alpha, looking like a skinny Roman Reigns. Gfuel, Divine Peach, Charlie Moistcriticsl. They also have this in powder form. But yeah, I was surprised to see this. In my area, I'm not huge on Gfuel. As you've seen before, I've reviewed Wampa Fuel. I've also done before, not on video, but the Sour Chug Rug. Honestly, I would give that, I'd say probably about a 7.25, maybe a 7, a light 7. It's okay. It's probably could have been a little bit more sour to my taste, especially with the theme that looked like they were going for. I don't know anything about FaZe Clan or Chug Rug or anything like that. Anyways, I digress. I don't want to get this too long because I do have a lot to say about Creator Clash. So, with that being said, let's go in on this review of this energy drink. Try her out right now in front of you guys. Well, anyway, the last one I tried was the cherry limeade watermelon, and that was my only 10 from Gfuel. That was very, very, very good. Cherry limeade watermelon. I'd put that on the same level as the cherry limeade from Ghost. And up with Ghost's products, stuff like that. That's my favorite personally. Don't forget that they did take away the Bubblicious, but they're bringing back the Bubblicious. Also, they're going to be doing Bubblicious cotton candy. Excellent. Check out on the app. There's the Ghost app. There's a certain day around this month. Just go on their website and follow their Ghost Lifestyle Facebook group. I'll link that in the description here to the Ghost group. There's a lot of people in there that share their codes, so that way you have codes when you go out and check out for your you check out your Ghost at their websites and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and try Gfuel's what we're here to try. Divine Peach, Moistcriticsl, Charlie, down the hatch. Let's go. See a little bit of drippage. Wow. Wow. That's a really strong flavor right off the bat. That's really good. That's super tasty. Let me set that aside and ruminate on this for a second. That was a fantastic peach flavor, almost kind of like reminiscent to like a southern lemonade, something like that, like an Arnold Palmer. It was set up like it had the perfect amount of carbonation. Sometimes you get something like that, and then what's supposed to be an energy drink, a carbonated beverage, but at the same time, there's no carbonation to it. So this had the right amount of carbonation. It wasn't overly carbonated, and it still gave you that carbonated pack punch. Um, the flavor was, as advertised, divine. It was a very good, strong peach flavor. So if you're into a peach flavor that's not super artificial and it actually tastes like a peach, that's really good. That energy drink was top notch. It was different. I really think that Gfuel seems to have changed their formula. Hopefully, not including lead this time. Da 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 da. Hey, it's really good. It seems like they upgraded the formula. Um, my first 10 was that cherry watermelon limeade, whatever. Putting that up on the screen for you again. This is the second 10. Charlie's drink, excellent. I'm gonna have to go to my GNC because this is a limited time flavor. I'm going to have to see if they have any more of that, or if they have a tub. I would probably buy that as a tub. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Gfuel, Divine Peach, Charlie Moistcriticsl. That's a 10 out of 10. Now, let's talk about some boxing, shall we? So, ladies and gentlemen, we open up Creator Clash 2. Jack Manifold defeats Dakota Olave. You're gonna get a little bit of a boomer from me. I might mispronounce these people. I don't know all of these people. I'm an old school, old time YouTube head. I know a lot of the old YouTubers. But this event, this encompasses many different creators from many different platforms. This is like TikTokers and Twitchers and everything in between, any kind of platform that these people can make a name on other than YouTube. But I don't know. I think somewhere along the lines, somebody thought that, or it was the idea that this is just solely YouTube creators, but that's not really been the case. It's just, that's why it's called Creator Clash, you know what I mean? But I don't know everybody, you know what I mean? I know a good majority of these people, but I don't know everybody. I'm sorry, I'm not, super plugged into everybody, but they all definitely did an excellent job, and everybody here deserves commendation. Everybody here deserves a pat on the back for a job well done. But yeah, Jack Manifold defeats Dakota Olave by unanimous decision, 49-40, 50-40, and 50-45. I was wrong on this one. I did pick Dakota Olave to win this one, obviously. The next up here we have Jay LeRae defeating Abelina Sabrina by unanimous decision, 50-45, 49-46, 50-45. I was correct on this one. I did pick Jay LeRae. She had an amazing bit of training. I was watching her through Instagram and Twitter, posting her stuff, and she looked like she was on fire during training. So that definitely seemed to be the outcome I expected. Next up here, we do have Nathan Barnett, aka Dad, defeating our boy, the number one simp, AB, in a round 1 TKO at 3 minutes left. Or yeah, 3 minutes into the round. I think that's what that was. I was wrong on this one. Obviously, I went for our boy AB, Teddy Fresh, H3. You guys stick together, us foot soldiers, the Fupa Troopers, you know what I mean? And then this one had a little bit of controversy too. If you were following the members only chat that Ethan had uploaded during the fight stream, not showing the fight, obviously. The fight, a watch party is what happened in a watch party is us all coming together and basically talking, chatting, and you know what I mean, about the fight while it was going on. But anyways, AB did get injured with a rib injury. That's what took him out TKO, and that had definitely it set Ethan off, and I don't think, it's not a knock on any of these guys. The whole crew, was definitely worried about AB, and like I said, it's not a knock or a slight to these guys, but I don't think they watch much boxing or full contact sports. Full disclosure, I'm not a boxing guy. I'm not. I don't know very much about boxing. I think the very last boxing match I watched was Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, like one and only, just to see what happened there. But yeah, I think there was some claims that there was some dirty boxing and some dirty clinching and things like that that were rescinded by Ethan. But and then there was the old goofy footstool chair sketch situation, and then AB put out a video where he was very elated and very happy with his relationship with Dad going forward. They were talking after the fight and this and that, and then Dad had released another video, basically saying that there was some issues there and there, But hopefully everybody in that situation can work together and do some more magic together, because honestly, Dad and H3 podcast go together like honey and peanut butter. I think that's going to be awesome, and I really do hope to see Dad in WWE. That'd be freaking awesome. He was in there before, and now he's really making a push for it. And as we'll get into later, there was definitely many of WWE individuals there, and many wrestlers all together. Wrestlers in general at the Creator Clash. Everybody was at Creator Clash. Everybody wanted to be there, man. It was pretty cool. That building was packed to the gills with fans and YouTubers and Twitchers and TikTokers and everything in between, and they were chanting all night. They were full of energy. It was so cool. Next up here we have William Hayes defeating Chris Ray Gun in a round 1 TKO. I did get this one correct. The next up here we had Alana Pierce. If you know her in the gaming world, you definitely know the name Alana Pierce. She just worked on the latest God of War Ragnarok, so she came out in the in Ragnarok garb. That was freaking cool, and she wrestled Mika. She won by a split decision. 48-47, 48-47, and 47-48. I was correct on this one, only because that's, I do know Alana. I thought that she would do very well in this sport, and in this situation, she did. And that was pretty cool. The next up here, we do have Myth defeating Hundar in a round 1 TKO at 3 minutes as well. I was wrong on this one. I absolutely picked Hundar to win this one based on his performance in Creator Clash 1. And of course, relative of AB, so friend of the show, had to pick our boy, Hundar, and the bicep injury. A bicep tear, I think it was, in this one. You hate to see it, but I'm glad that for the majority of, obviously you put you put people in there that were full contact sports, injuries are going to happen, but I'm glad it was only low end. Basically everything was copacetic, nobody was too badly banged up or hurt or injured. Everything went smoothly, aside from, Hundar and AB, and gladly that they weren't, like I said, it wasn't super serious, and that, those guys were able to work that out. And for AB, I know he said he doesn't want to go again, but I think he should do the iDubbbz thing. Take a year off, put your thought somewhere else, and then when the time is right, go back into it and do it again. I think AB could excel. I know AB could excel. I know AB would pick up a win. It's just his schedule was crazy. He's doing the H3 podcast several times a week. He's streaming several times a week, and a full plate schedule of boxing. And now also Lena wants to get into that world, so their plate could be filled there. His plate could be full to help her do that. I really think she could excel too. Friend of the family. Family. You know, damn. Of course Lena would do awesome. Of course she would do awesome. And of course if AB chose to do it again, he's going to pick up that win. Mark my words. I'm telling you. AKA Yodeling Haley defeating Marisha Ray by unanimous decision. 40 to 45. 50 to 45, 50 to 45, 50 to 45. I did get this one correct. I picked Haley because of her performance at the first Creator Clash, and she didn't do me wrong. Next up here, we have Aaron Hansen defeating Jarvis Johnson in a round 2 TKO. I did get this one correct. I picked our boy Aaron. I picked a Game Grump. I picked a Gamer Boy to win. He didn't win against Harley last year, but he put up a gallant effort on last minute notice against somebody who was bigger than him, outmatched him, and he still put up a damn hell of a fight and went in there and got punched in his face and continued to go and showed some moxie and showed some spirit, and damn old boy won this time like I knew he would. And one of these days we're going to see JonTron fully back. The powers united. The mega powers. Come on. One of these days we got to have at least one more series, one more gaming series with JonTron and Aaron. Next up here we have Michelle Kerr defeating Andrea Botez by unanimous decision. 49 to 46, 49 to 46, 49 to 46. I did call this one correct. Next up here we have Ethan Nestor, aka Crank Gameplays, defeating Leonhardt by a round 2 TKO with 26 seconds left. I had this one correct. Another gamer boy. Had to pick them gamers. Gamers stick together. I picked a boy Crank Gameplays. Not knowing much about him, but I know us gamers stick together because we can kick some serious ass when we put our minds to it. So with that being said, we move on to the co-main event of the evening. This was the one I was most looking forward to. As many of you know, as most of you know, I am a huge professional wrestling fan. And like I said, old school YouTube head. So I'm very, very familiar with Harley. Harley from Epic Mealtime, Harley Morenstein, you know, OG YouTuber, legend YouTuber, Let's Go versus Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Elite, Johnny Raw, Johnny Impact, Johnny Underground, Johnny Indies, whatever you want to call this man, okay? Except I know that Ethan was saying like he's some jacked up. I don't know why they were putting out like he was some fucking huge dude, like. And then who was it? Was it Dan? Was it Dan or Zach that said like I don't know if he has the stamina. This dude like does parkour, like made his name doing parkour, and he knows like several different forms of karate. Like I'm pretty sure his, he's built like a brick shit house. Of course he is, but his, you know what I mean. He's gonna move like a cannonball through the air. That's Johnny Mundo. Like, are you kidding me? Have you never seen anything with Johnny in it? And then the idea of he's not really a creator. Is that the case? Because Johnny has done like B-rated B-film movies for years and has made pretty much a name doing like indie B-films and stuff like that. And there's a couple of his full movies on YouTube right now. So technically, I think that would a independent filmmaker be considered a content creator? I think by definition, but that's just my opinion, my take. But we did have Johnny Hennigan defeating Harley Morenstein, and I think it was the round 3. Yeah, round 3 TKO with 22 seconds left. I'm going to put some pictures here. Johnny knocked him out of the ring. That was, one of the most viral moments. They got knocked freaking big old Harley out of the ring and fell on the commentator's table. It was craziness. And, wow. The entrance from Johnny was excellent. That was so cool. Just like last year's with Metal Gear Solid, and he was sitting in the crowd, and he came down from the crowd on this time. And Johnny's was cool because he had all the wrestlers with him, and like um excuse me, he had with him he had Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I heard Jake Hager, and there was all kinds of people with him. His wife Taya, Jojo Raleigh. There was a whole bunch of people that came out with him, and some were WWE people, some were currently with AEW, some were like in between. And also, don't forget that PJ Black played Crash Bandicoot in this one, so it was a very, very wrestler centric. I enjoyed it, so you know me. Like I said, you know me as a wrestling fan. I was popping big time over this. I was really enjoying myself. I really enjoyed majority decision. We had a 39-37, 39-37, and 38-38. I was wrong on this one as well as I was wrong on the last one. I did think that iDubbbz would pick up his win here, and unfortunately that wasn't the case. So with that being said, Creator Clash 2, awesome event, huge success. I can't wait till the third one, and right now I'm going to cover Froggy Fresh's little incident here. We aren't a drama channel here, so we're not going to be covering this super detailed. If you want something like that, Philip DeFranco, Hassan Piker, and iDubbbz have already released detailed statements, so if you want the full cheesema, go ahead and look at something like that, or wherever you're going to find your information. But I wanted to cover this because we all know Froggy Fresh, Krispy Kreme, and Moneymaker Mike from way back in the day, and it looked like, there was a lull in their content, and it looked like they were finally ready to start right back up again, and it looked like they were back for a remake and a reboot and stuff like that, and it just seemed like, wow, this Creator Clash is going to be really cool. Whether Froggy wins or not, this is going to be great for the revival of his channel. So, a little bit of foresight. Creator Clash 1, Harley Morgenstein trained with Sam Hyde. And obviously there was some animosity there. At the end, he was banned from Creator Clash. He wasn't allowed there. He had made this statement himself. At this point in time, I didn't know much about him. I start looking into him. He has this alternative style comedy that, Ethan and iDubbbz have kind of moved away from, understandably. Situations that are gaining him notoriety, or as where he's putting his money on. He's funneling it to alt-right Nazi organizations, I will say that. So there's that, and then he had said some pretty foul stuff about iDubbbz's wife, and iDubbbz had covered that, and he had just basically only scratched the surface comments made. There was some really more things said than those things were pretty foul. Let's be real. Let's be honest men here and be real. That was foul shit being said, and I wouldn't appreciate it being said about my mother. You wouldn't appreciate it being said about your mother. Obviously, there was some animosity between Creator Clash and Sam. So going into that, looked like everybody that would be creating on Creator Clash 2 would realize that. Froggy Fresh was announced. It wasn't very long after that. He was posting training videos with Sam Hyde. It looked like iDubbbz and Anissa had reached out to him. He had ignored iDubbbz's comments. He had ignored Anissa's because he had said that it wasn't a good way to reach out, or she had ill intentions on the way she reached out, or something like that. And then, he had made comments in a promo against Chris Ray-Gun, making comments about the OnlyFans thing. I didn't think that was the situation. I think the situation was trying to keep the event more Sam Hyde free than anything else. So, but then a lot more was said, and a lot more was said, and a lot more was said. And this is basically why I'm speaking up on this, because I know how it is to run the old mouth, to run the lips, and dig yourself your own grave on your own actions. Sometimes it's better to not make that joke. Sometimes it's better to close the lips and not get that pop from the boys, because 2 seconds of laughing or whatever, what's that going to be when when your bridge is burnt, when you are no longer involved with something that you wanted to do, when you had trained for so long for this, and then that had so many fans ready to watch you, and there was obviously some people chronically online type. These people were trolling the event. They were constantly spamming anything that had anything to do with Creator Clash, admitting that they were going to pirate a charity stream. I mean, we're obviously dealing with the best of the best here. If I was Froggy Fresh, I would have told my fans, hey, listen, this situation here was my fault. Let's not do this. Let's make a good, if he would have kept it at that original statement, I think it would have been great. And he even made me laugh with a couple of his Harley Disc videos that they were slides going back and forth, very slidey. It was funny. But yeah, I really wanted to see him fight. I really wish he wouldn't have made those comments. We're really, really excited to watch Froggy fight. Obviously, Froggy Fresh did have having a fight at Creator Clash. The fight was his own actions. If you liked the video, give it a like, comment, let me know that I'm a simp, soy boy or anything like that the fans of Sam Hyde and Froggy Fresh are going to probably let me know. And subscribe. I got a lot more stuff updated and coming up for you guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you for watching.
Well, you know what? I took this to heart. So I said, you know what, Stephen, I am going to look into this.